There is no way in hell that a man is gonna come into my life and tell me you're gonna cut your locks short, right? Are you asking me why have I allowed my hair to grow naturally from my scalp? Is that what you're asking me? Hey winners, welcome or welcome back to this channel. I'm Wini Boansi. If this is the first time that you're watching a video of mine, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every single time that I upload, which is often now, by the way. If you're an oldie and you've come back to watch this face of mine, I appreciate the love. So I'm filming this on my birthday weekend, right? 29th of October. This is actually hilarious because this is not the video that I'm meant to be filming. I literally had points in my notepad. This is my notepad where I plan my content, etc. on what I was going to talk about today. But as I was about to hit the record button on my camera, a question came through in my DMs where somebody asked me, what has my dating experiences been like as a black woman with locks? Now, I believe years ago I briefly probably did a video on this already, and I saw the topic and I said, you know what, yeah, we're gonna do an update on it. This is gonna be very different. I'm gonna be freestyling, ain't planned nothing, whatever. But if you want to go grab a drink, maybe grab some snacks or whatever, you can just put me on pause. Grab what you need to get comfortable, and let's get to talking. Right, let me even lower this camera down 1 sec. Right, so firstly, this video is not here to bash anybody whatsoever. It's simply for me to share my experiences on what I found since I've locked up, okay? So, for the most part, since I've been locked up, I've noticed that generally speaking, there seems to be this reoccurring weird theme that because I'm a woman and I have locks, I'm into like excessive spirituality and yoga and vibes, and everyone can just offload to me in regards to like what their problems are, almost like some men see me as like a free therapist. Now, this is not me saying that if people have an issue, they shouldn't talk to me about that. But let's be real, and honestly, if anyone gets offended, I really don't care, because I've noticed on my previous videos where I've spoken about certain things, men want to come underneath and just talk a whole bunch of shit in my comments. I don't care. Like, I'm a grown ass woman. This is my YouTube channel. I will share my thoughts and experiences and opinions very freely. But there's this thing of men start to see you as somebody that they can just use as a free therapist, and I don't know where the hell that kind of thought process come through. But child, if you need a therapist, find one. Do you know what I mean? And this is not even like maybe men that I'm romantically involved in or anything like that. It's the men that want to be sistering you to death, and empress and queen and sistering and da, 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 da. And no, I once also read an article that said that the general consensus is that a lot of men think that women that rock their natural hair basically don't have any standards and are quote-unquote low maintenance, so they don't need to be making an effort. And apparently it's the women that, for example, wear the luxurious like wigs or weaves, are like done up all the time, have the like the long acrylics, they are the ones that have high standards. So because of that, when some men come across women like myself that have locks, they think they shouldn't, or they aren't required to put in any effort. So for example, I think years ago, I shared a story of I met this gorgeous guy and he was locked as well. And again, he was into this whole feeling the vibe and the crystals and the vibrations and all of this. And we were talking, I can't remember how long we were talking for. And I was just like, why are you not trying to take me out for a date at the time? I won't even lie to you. Right now, as a grown woman, I will not be asking any man why you're not taking me out on a date. We simply will just not be communicating. But no, because I think he was trying to get me round to his house at the time to kind of do Netflix and chill. I'm not the babe to be doing that with. And he said he doesn't take women out on dates. He needs to analyze the new energy that has entered his frequency before he starts doing things like planning a date, right? And then there was the whole thing of, in my teens, I had dated this guy, and obviously when I dated this guy at the time, I think I had like long relaxed hair. And then years later, I think he bumped into me or something, and I remember him talking about women shouldn't have locks. Like, women having locks is like a masculine thing, it represents masculine energy, and I should get rid of it, and all of this crap. And then I've also come into communication with men that are like, oh no, like I really like your locks. I really do love your locks, but you know, obviously when it gets long, you're gonna cut it short, right? And for me, it's just really bloody weird. Recently I had a conversation, if I remember correctly, I think it was with a male work colleague, very respectful conversation, where obviously he was expressing that he really appreciates, guys, I'm really sorry about the weird shapes that you're seeing. I've got like a lace by my window and the sun's coming through. But he was basically explaining that, you know, he loves women that rocks natural hair, especially like me representing locks is like such a big deal in his eyes because, you know, he rarely comes across women that have locks, yada, yada, yada. So obviously I'm like, you know, thanks for the compliment and whatnot, but in the past, I've found that me having locks, whew, sorry, I needed to sneeze, whew, okay. But in the past, I've found that me having locks has been a problem for some men. Some men out there see it as masculine energy. And he was like, he doesn't see it that way. However, with some men, it might have been a thing of maybe back in the day, growing up, because my work colleague is from a Jamaican background. He was simply saying that back in the day, maybe like when growing up and things, at one stage, you know, people rocking locks, it was predominantly men at one stage that were rocking locks. So some people that still kind of hold on to that image of men predominantly having locks may have not let go of that image, and so when they see women that have it, they may still be taken aback with it. And while I understand and whatnot, and everyone is entitled to their opinion, okay, but there is no way in hell that a man is gonna come into my life and tell me you're gonna cut your locks short, right? Or locks is like a masculine thing, like you need to get rid of it. It's a no from me. And the idea that a woman rocking her natural hair means that she either has no standards or you can come into the picture and not put in any effort, it's just so wild to me. And the fact that there are articles and there are men online talking about this. A while ago, there was a man that had done a whole thread on it. If I find the thread, I will link it, but it was such a long time ago, I probably won't. And in this thread, like, he was writing these points that it was a fact, like, you know, if a woman has a natural hair or she doesn't wear makeup, then it means that you don't need to do much to impress her. Whereas, like, if the woman has like the luxurious, like, long wigs and she does makeup and she gets her nails done all the time, you've got to come correct. And crazy. Anybody that has that mind frame is absolutely crazy. So I say all of that just to say, while I have had some weird interactions with some men that hold that opinion, there are also a lot of men that appreciate men. There are also a lot of men that appreciate women that have locks. But then I've noticed that not all of it, but a majority of men, I almost want to say the black men, and I just want to focus on them because I haven't really dated or had any interactions with non-black men as of yet anyway. The ones that do, some of them have like this weird thing with spirituality and they want to get out of doing certain things. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, I like traveling, like you don't know. I like traveling, I like exploring, I like checking out new cuisines, going out to new restaurants. Like, I like being outside. But then some of the men that come my way that love black women, who especially rock their natural hair, they think because I have locks, it's almost like an escape for them to not put in any effort. It's so weird. Like, me even saying it out loud sounds really weird, but I'm really hoping, especially if there's any black women in particular that have locks, that maybe I've had a similar experience and get where I'm coming from. It's like, I've had men with locks be like, oh no, what, you've got locks? And no, Empress, no, you can't go out to be eating all the time. No, I like home cooked meals. And no, I like home cooked meals too, but don't get it twisted. I like to also go out and try out new cuisines, try out new bars, check out different countries and all of that. And you're not gonna try and con me from enjoying what I like because you think that because I'm a woman, a black woman, that's sporting my natural hair, I'm gonna be quote unquote low maintenance, or you're not gonna be required to put in a certain amount of effort for us to have fun and explore. It's really strange to me. And I've noticed that with my weird experiences, I've had it here, I'm gonna say in London in the UK, and also in Ghana. Those two places is where I tend to have the most strangest of interactions. On my last trip to Ghana in February, I lost count of the amount of men that asked me, why is my hair the way that it is? And I had to ask one guy, are you asking me why have I allowed my hair to grow naturally from my scalp? Is that what you're asking me? Because it's a very stupid question. You're asking me why am I wearing my hair as locks? And it annoys me because if I wasn't sporting my natural hair, you wouldn't be asking me why I'm not sporting my natural hair. But the fact that I'm sporting my natural hair, you're asking me why that is. So I just want to make it clear, this is not me saying that every man is like that. I'm just simply saying I have a lot of strange interactions. And the strange interactions that I have had, it has been from black men in London and black men in Ghana. And like I said, not all black men do this. There are some men that appreciate the locks and will give me the utmost respect and treat me nicely, like how they would treat any other woman nicely. However, I just find it so strange, the differences in how one is treated simply because of how they wear their hair. I'm gonna end this video here. Let me know in the comment section below if you've experienced something similar to what I've experienced. If you haven't experienced that as well, please share that. Like, I'm here for it. I've had like women in the past when I've done similar videos like this be like, oh no, the person that they're now with or their now husband loved the fact that they had locks from day one. It's never really been an issue. And I've also heard from women that have had similar experiences to me. So yeah, let's get to gisting, because I just think it's really strange, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you so much for watching this really impromptu video. Until my next one, take care, be good.